Lo Song Tang, Cantonese for Russian soup, or in English, Chinese borscht. For this stew, we will use beef neck bones and beef shank, celery, mushrooms, potatoes, carrots, tomatoes, cabbage, and onions. We also use cans of tomato puree and corn. We will start by boiling out impurities in the beef bones. This recipe usually calls out for beef short ribs. They're out at my grocery store, and I think any beef bones should do. Okay, so it's not practical to have everything out like this, so let's clean up the area. Each vegetable will get cut a little differently based on the role in the stew. Chop up the potatoes in medium chunks. If you cut them smaller, then they'll dissolve more and make the stew thicker. Chop the carrots diagonally. I like to have these big coins of carrots in the stew. Finally, mince the onions. We want them to melt entirely in the stew, so the finer the better. And we didn't forget about the bones. After about 10 minutes of boiling, a brown foam should come out. We drain out the water and rinse off the bones. Alright, let's finish up the onions. I'm running out of space, so let me get another bowl. Next, the celery. I don't like big chunks of celery, so I'll finally chop these up too. Then we'll slice up the mushrooms. These won't dissolve or anything, so cut as thin as you want. And finally, we finely mince the cabbage like a big green onion. We want the cabbage to fully melt so that will give a nice body and thickness to the soup. And with all the prep work finished, we can start building the stew. Heat up some oil on high heat. You can flick in some water to test if the water is hot enough. Add in the beef. Flip over to sear on both sides. It's getting pretty smoky and I want to set off the fire alarm, so I'll add a little more oil. Once the beef is fully seared, we can add the cabbage. Add some salt to draw out some moisture. After the cabbage softens up, add the carrots, onions, celery, and mushroom. Stir up the pot to prevent the bottom from burning. Next, add the potatoes, the diced tomatoes, the canned corn, and the tomato puree. Add in some tablespoons of dark soy sauce. Fill the pot with water to cover all ingredients. Then stir everything up and bring to a simmer. Turn the heat to low and cover for 5 hours. The soup has thickened up a lot from the melted vegetables and the beef. I'll have a taste for seasoning. The only thing this really needs is salt. I'll add some more dark soy sauce because I like the flavor and color that it gives. And there, the lo song tong is ready to serve. I think it's best served over rice or pasta. This combination of vegetables and beef have combined to create this savory, slightly sweet, and slightly sour soup. It has everything you need for a whole meal, and I'll probably be eating this all week. Bye.